Well, some explosive allegations coming from Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi insofar as the infiltration of IDAC is concerned. It's the Investigating Directorate Against Corruption, which is a unit within the National Prosecuting Authority that was made permanent last year. At around this time last year, after the NPA amendments being signed into law. It's meant to be a prosecutions-led unit within the NPA. And so Mkhwanazi took us through a story about how Vusumuzi Nhlanhla was in communication with someone, a Van Wyk, about an article that was in the newspaper regarding the impending arrest by National Police Commissioner Fani Masemola by IDAC. And in this communication, Mkhwanazi says this Van Wyk expresses concern about the possibility of the National Police Commissioner being arrested, and then Vusi Nhlanhla responds and says, no, this is good because then it means that my guy will then become the next National Police Commissioner. And so this is the part at which he is unpacking how businessmen have infiltrated law enforcement agencies. He also spoke about how Vusi Nhlanhla got blue lights illegally, so as claimed by Mkhwanazi. And when the Ekurhuleni Metro Police Chief tried to flag this, he was actually suspended, and the person who had assisted with facilitating the soliciting of these blue lights, which are only mandated to be used by Metro Police, SAPS, and military police, also according to under certain circumstances, Vusi Nhlanhla was allowed to take these police vehicles for his own personal use. Here is what he said about that.
It did not end there, commissioners. He took these vehicles and he caused the municipality to take the blue lights that belongs to municipality. The blue lights are supposed to be for the law enforcement vehicles within municipality. And he fitted those blue lights in these vehicles. And these vehicles were then given to Mr. Nhlanhla. I must indicate, in terms of the Traffic Act, the only authorized bodies to be able to drive with blue light on the streets are law enforcement, which would include SAPS, the Metro Police, Traffic Police, as well as the military police of the defense. They are the only one authorized by law to make use of these blue lights. And even the utilization of the blue light is somehow regulated, that you cannot just willy-nilly use a blue light. So it's an emergency light, it's a warning light. But this was not only done by Nhlanhla privately to the service provider, but it was done by law enforcement of Ekurhuleni. And to confirm this, there is a report that is available, because this complaint comes from the chief of this municipality. When he registered the complaint against this, told, according to his words, he was suspended because the principal at municipality did not want him to pursue this investigation against his junior. So he provided this information and he brought this to the attention of his executive in municipality, city manager. It will appear that not much was done to the person that was responsible for this, despite the fact that the law was broken.
So that was for the latter part of the afternoon. There's also a conversation about another businessman who has alleged links to Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, one Sulaiman Karim, who Vusumuzi Nhlanhla had reached out to speak to Minister Senzo Mchunu about the cancellation of his SAPS tender, which we understand was unlawfully and unduly awarded to Vusumuzi Nhlanhla. And there was communication that Mkhwanazi says there was between this Mr. Sulaiman Karim and Kat Matlala, where Karim agreed to then speak to Mkhunu about the possible dropping of this tender. Now, the other aspects of today's testimony as we wrap it up, earlier on we heard about how the dockets were managed when they moved from KZN to Pretoria and then from Pretoria back to KZN, how there are still 5 impending arrests on those dockets, but also hearing from Mkhwanazi about the lapses in the judicial system insofar as the release of a suspect, a man who, not even a suspect, a man who was charged and sentenced and then appealed and committed 4 more murders. And that Fiso Ntuli, the hitman, is also accused number 5 in the Senzo Meyiwa trial, which exposes, the judicial system insofar as, the granting of bail is concerned. We also heard Mkhwanazi mentioning 2 members of parliament today, Fadel Adams, a founding member of the National Coloured Congress, as well as Diane Kola Barnard, who is a DA MP. Now, the interesting thing about Diane Kola Barnard is the fact that she's on the reserve list, as you would, if I could put it that way, of the ad hoc committee that is investigating the claims made by Mkhwanazi. And Mkhwanazi has also made claims then against Kola Barnard about alleged interference. And so it's been a day filled with lots of unpacking about political interference, the Metro Police Departments, which form part of the terms of reference, and as well as key businessmen and individuals such as Sulaiman Karim and Vusmuzi Kat Matlala.